7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey everybody, Zoom360 here on the go, and we're not quite on the go today, but I just thought that this would be interesting. Well, throughout the year, well, not throughout the year, but sometimes in the fall, my plan was to take this road trip, about 14 to maybe 17 days on the road, visiting as much of the canyons that this country has to offer, right? So I started to map out this long journey, and I thought that why stay at a hotel every single time? Why not, for some of the times, not sleep in a hotel but sleep out in the wild? So I bought a tent. It's right here. I got this. It is the 4-person, the Ozark Trail stuff. I've heard good stuff about this brand. So I bought this tent, and I'm going to set it up today just to practice, because I don't want to just be out there and try to set it up for the first time. I kind of want to practice to set it up, though it looks rather simple, but I've never done it before, so I kind of want to set it up during the trip, as in I know what I'm doing. Now, I remember a long time ago growing up in Haiti, we lived in this really nice house. That house was the coolest house that we lived in. The house was literally built center inside of a garden. So there was a lot of space. So my father bought a tent because he wanted, I guess he wanted us to experience camping. Like in Haiti, you don't really go out camping like that. Like we do in the United States. You don't go out and camp like that. I don't think we do that. I mean, we didn't do that back then. I mean, we're looking at 1987 or something like that. We didn't do that in Haiti, but it's something I always wanted to do because I've seen it on films, and people go out and camp, and I was like, I always wanted to do that. So my father did the best that he could. He went out and bought a tent, and he set it out there in the garden. I mean, there were lots of trees. I mean, it felt like we were in the outdoors. Yeah, so we set it up. Now, the downside of that is that my parents would not let us sleep in the tent overnight, because in Haiti, it's not a wise thing, because sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time, though it did happen to us once. Sometimes, thieves would, jump into your land, or where your house is, and they would try to see if they can break into your house and stuff like that. So it was now, granted that we also had 2 dogs. One was a German Shepherd, and then the other one was a pit bull. I mean, those were attack dogs. But my parents, my mom especially, was like, I don't think so. So we slept in the house, but during the day, we were myself and my sister, we were camping. So I always wanted to actually camp, actually do that. So during the fall, hopefully this COVID-19 thing will go away, I hope. And if things get back to normal enough, where that we can move around, I'm definitely going to do about close to a 2-week road trip, where that we are going to visit as much things as possible, and we are going to be out there with nature. So it makes sense to me to not stay in a hotel the whole time, to take some time and camp. So I cleared out the space here, a lot of space. I kind of got rid of all the stuff, so I have all this room here that I thought to set the tent here. But I'm going to attempt to go out there and do it. I'm gonna like go for a drive out there and see just how like you know, can I find like a space out there to actually try to set up this tent in the wild. So all I need now is my proper attire. All right, now I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, you get in there, you. Alright guys, this is where we are going. Lake Pueblo State Park. Does it look like it's closing anytime soon? We are in Colorado Springs, and I think I'm going to fast forward down there. So see ya, and hopefully this works out, because I don't want to do it in the apartment. I want to try to set this thing up out there. Alright guys, so I think I found a spot, right, to try to set up this tent as a practice. I hope you guys can hear me. It's not too windy out here, but so right over there is the Lake Pueblo State Park. But I was walking over here and I noticed this area right here. I think, now of course we're gonna try to stay away from the fire ants, but yeah, I'm gonna try to set it up right here just to see how it looks. Yeah, let's try this out. Alright guys, so here it is. This looks fairly simple to set up, so I'm gonna go ahead and try. So man, this brings back memories to when I was a kid. As I explained before, my dad bought this tent, and oh wow, so this is it's all inside of a box. Okay, look like it's all inside of a box. So it's a good thing it's not that windy out here. So yeah, so that's what you get. So I'm gonna fast forward to what's inside. Alright guys, so change of plans. I'm going to actually use the apartment because it's a controlled area. The wind has started to pick up, and as soon as I opened the cardboard box, a few things flew out of it. So I had to actually, like, you know, chase it down a little bit. I don't want to be losing stuff. It's too early. So we're gonna go into the apartment, back into the apartment, and then I'm gonna set it up there. I think I have enough room there. But the drive was awesome though. I am going to do this in the apartment because I really don't want to lose any parts. It's too early for that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and fast forward to the apartment, like right now. Yep, let the weekend washout begin. All right, so we are back in the apartment. The thought was nice, but I did not want to risk the wind and having to lose parts before they actually set up the tent to actually use it. So we are back in the apartment. We have plenty of room, I think, to make this happen. So this is it. So let's go ahead and spare you the whole unboxing thing, and let's just go over what is in here. So as I showed you guys before, it does come in a box, so I have to remove everything in there. So let's go ahead and fast forward like this. Will it work? Maybe. No. Okay, use the force. Concentrate and go. Alright, so this is all that came out of the box. Looks relatively simple to use, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to figure it out. I think starting with this. So this is the back, this is the tent. This is, I guess, this is probably the rain shield thing, I think. And these look like stakes and stuff like that, so we're gonna try to make this happen. So this is the box, which we don't need anymore. So it looks like that. This is so now obviously I can't stuck this into the carpet, but we'll figure it out, because I don't need to actually stake this down. I just need to just see what it looks like, so that of course when it's time to set it up for real, I know what I'm doing. So okay, so this is what this is. So of course this does come with a set of instructions, but of course I never do that. But turns out, just like, you know, just as I thought, this thing is it comes where that you can attach this very easily. You can attach this very easily. It's very tough to film one-handed. So I think once you make this become a straight bar, and then you make this one too, and then probably that one too, and then I think this one and this one I'm holding goes into a cross, which will make sense to hold the entire tent. So as we figure this out, all right, so I got everything spread out. I think so those bars I have there, or there's two bars right there, I think they're supposed to go, one goes across like this and the other one goes across like that, and that should be what helps the tent to raise up, because I think I have it right side facing up, and I can tell by I can tell it by this right there, because I would imagine that this should be facing up. So yeah, so far so good. I think things are coming along just fine. So far so good. So I figured it out. So it's just as I thought. You just have to do like some kind of a crisscross thing. Okay, so seem to have the center on there correctly. I just have to adjust everything out, and but I see progress now. Of course I can't stake it down to the ground, but at least you see exactly how to set it up. But it looks like a decent sized tent, which it should be, because it should fit for 4 people. So all right guys, things are looking up a little bit. Look like right now I'm just trying to figure out how these things are supposed to actually look. It wasn't that bad try to figure this thing out, but how did this end up inside of the tent? Was that inside the whole time? I don't remember putting that in there. Oh well. So right now I'm just trying to figure out how far this is supposed to go down. So I'm assuming this is supposed to go, I'm still not sure about the center, but I think this will do. Now of course, as I remind you, we can't clamp down, but I just want to have an idea just to make sure all the parts are there. And yeah, so I'm going to further to make this look a little bit better. So the clamps for the ground, they are on the ground. I'm not really worried about that. And I think the other cover that's underneath is for the rain. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish figuring this out. Yeah, so I was wondering what this is for, this extra stick, but it's for the rain cover, because the idea is, as you see, as she's over here chilling, this is supposed to be like some kind of a, like, you know, shade, like, you know, some kind of an overhang for, like, you know, shade or something like that. So this is where. And of course, this is a shield for rain as well, because you can't, yeah, because if you would leave this off and it's raining, like, you know, you will get wet. So yeah, so this is how that it would go. So you see, I was wondering whether. Yeah, no, you're right. It still goes in here, but it's just, say it will go in here. And it go. This is the only place I can think of where it should go. Over here. And then this should give you like some kind of a parameter of like how far. Of course, yeah, you can't really, I can't set it up all the way it should be, but we pretty much got it done. So that I have an idea how my tent is supposed to look. So, all right, guys. So though it does look ghetto, but just bear in mind that this is not, the tent is not in its natural habitat. It is in the middle of my apartment. But I kind of figured out how to set it up, okay, so that when the time comes for me to set this up while camping, so that I'm not completely like oblivious to what to do. So I thought that I would share this with you, like, you know, this is kind of like the steps I take to prepare for trips, because I do plan to do a trip in October. Hopefully this whole thing with the coronavirus will be done and under control by then, but we are going to hit lots of canyons, because I did do a road trip in 2014, you know, where we went to Bryce Canyon, we went to the Grand Canyon, but I kind of didn't do it right because we didn't spend too much time there. I mean, we spent like half a day at the Grand Canyon, then we head to Bryce Canyon. We spent like barely a day there. It was just, you know, you can't really visit these places because they're so big and so awesome. You can't really soak it up in about half a day or one day. So I plan to spend several days, like you know, 2 days, well, 2 to 3 days per canyon, and then yeah. So this should be fun. This is one trip that I'm hoping that I still will be able to do, because it's supposed to be massive. I plan to take about 17 days. This is one of the things that I'm gonna be needing, because, you know, why stay at a hotel every single time where you can camp? So I'm going to do that. And yeah, so this is Zoom 360 inviting you to get up, get out, and do it. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.